In this video, we will learn how to manipulate or change the data which is already present inside a cell, and we will also understand the type of data we have in Excel. So this is where we left in our previous video. We have some values from B2 to C4 in our worksheet. So if I select B2 and start entering the value, it will clear the cell first. So if I start column again, so as you can see, it is clearing the cell first and then entering it. But what if I wanted to edit some part of the text without clearing the content? For example, I want to write number of column here instead of column. So I have to double click here and then this cell will enter into the edit mode. Now I can use number of columns. Now as you can see, the column was not erased and the number of is added now. This is how you can change the cell into edit mode and edit the values into it. The other way to change it is through the formula bar. You can directly edit the values from the formula bar. So if I want to remove this number off, I can use it using the formula bar. Similarly, if you want to clear the values inside a cell, suppose I want to remove this cell, I can either use backspace to delete the entire value inside the cell, or I can use delete to delete them as well. Now we are going to discuss the types of data we enter in a cell. So basically there are only three types of data. One is textual data, which we have entered in this B2 and B3 cell. Second type is the numeric type, which is present in this C2 and C3. And the third type is the formula. So this C4 has a formula as C2 star C3. This is the formula. These are the three types. So in numeric data type, we have different formats. So if you go to this format menu, you will see the number and then you will see the different data types. So you have number, percent, then you have the date, time, and so on. So if you go to a cell, suppose I go to this 26 and then change the format from number, and if I change it to number, it will add a decimal point here. Though I can change the number of decimal points I want. So if I want to decrease it or if I want to increase it, I can change it. And if I change the format, let's say if I want to change it to accounting, it will add $1. So if I change it to accounting, it added $1 here. I can choose other format as well. So suppose I choose simply currency. So it is currency. There are other format as well, but one of the most important is date format. We need to understand the concept here that sheets treat date and time as a specified type of numeric value. The earlier date that sheet understand is 31st December 1989 and it is taken as number 1. So suppose I write number 1 here, and if I change the format numeric to date, so it is taken as 31st December 1899. In Microsoft Excel, the number 1 is treated as the 1st January 1900, but in Google Sheet, it is treated as the 31st December 1899. So if I use 2 and then convert it into date, let's choose date, and it is converted into 1st January 1900. Similarly, if I change it to time format, let's change it to date time. So it is 1st January 1900 00 hours. This is how you can use this date format. Apart from that, in text data type, Google Sheet has an auto recommendation as well. So let's say R, it will recommend me rows. So if I press tab, it will complete it rows. So if I write C, it will suggest me to write column. If I write tab, I can write column. But if I write C and if I don't want to write column, if I want to write cells, I can just continue typing and then it will write as cell. Similarly, it also suggests when we write formulas. So this is how you can work on the data types. Now let's move to the next topic.